right. We are live for the first time ever following a pregame, a tailgate, a party before the show. And if you don't know what I'm talking about right now, we did our first ever Facebook Live from the Dancy Bearded page. Again, full disclosure, to try and gain new people. We want to tap into that Facebook market of dudes with beards that just have no concept of this community, of this channel, of this live stream. We want to bring them over. And we actually did a pregame exclusive giveaway of a box with over $200 worth of products in there, brand new stuff. We will announce that winner shortly. And if you're just hearing about this for the first time, do apologize. We will do more in the future, but that was a pregame exclusive. And we had a good time. We had a good number that was over there. But that's the pregame. For the main game, what do we got going on here, man?
Oh, the main game. This is Beard Advice Live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We have guys come in to this show who maybe have a beard struggle, maybe have a beard question, maybe have a beard problem, maybe just are looking at whether they keep it at all. So they submit their pictures. They send us a message to beardadvicelive@gmail.com. You can too. They just describe what's going on, and they say, here's what I'm looking at, specific questions, and then a couple pictures or 3 pictures. You know, we call it the mug shots, the front and the side.
Yep. And then we get feedback from the community, and we're going to get some posts up. So the mayor's probably taking care of stuff here, but a couple of traditions that we do. Number one is a treat yourself. We're both Mountain Dew fans. I really wanted a Mountain Dew at lunch today, like extremely bad, but I knew we were going to have this show, so I held off, and we got some Mountain Dew. And we have some of our very favorite beef jerky. We have Mingy jerky. We are going with the hot variety today. And the mayor hooked us up. We might get a little bit crazy with some Nerd Sour Big Chewies. The Nerd game has stepped up lately. If you guys have not noticed, they got the Chewy clusters. They've got the Big Chewy, the Sour Chewy. So we are ready. And guys, let me tell you, we have some fantastic updates today on the stream. We have somebody that is several weeks into the castor oil, peppermint oil experiment to see if they can grow new hairs. We have a guy who did a trim from last week that looks like a new human, and it's just going to be awesome. We have some really cool stuff planned today, and we appreciate you guys being here. We'll be here every Wednesday. I'm here every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. This is actually our last week of school. If you guys don't know, the mayor and myself are both middle school teachers. He teaches 8th grade science. I teach 7th grade history. And tomorrow is our last day with students in school. Friday, we have like a half day, remote day, kind of finish everything up. But other than that, it's going to be a wrap. And then following that, for me, it's camping season. It's up north season for the mayor. Mm-hmm. It's yard work season. Everybody hanging out. Super excited. Now,
I got about 1 minute left. I gave it till, as far as that drawing goes for the guys that were in over on Facebook, I gave it till 9:05 just to make sure everybody had a chance to click the link. There were little hiccups and things like that.
That's what you get for a first time. Yep.
I guess I can't draw it until it's over. Which kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But so what are you what is your feeling as a teacher walking out of the building the day when you don't have to walk back? Because that is that's the penultimate teacher moment.
Yes.
What are you thinking in your head?
It's just a relief. I don't hate I don't hate teaching. I actually really enjoy teaching. I love teaching. I love my students. I love history. But to know that I get to go spend so much time with my family, I get to go camping, I get to immerse myself in content. It's a really good feeling to be able to have that. It's just a weight lifted off your shoulder. And if you're not a teacher, the end of the year builds up in a crazy way. The students get a little bit wild. The admin gets a little bit kind of sick of everything. And so it's so nice. Yep, it is just so nice to have everything ready to roll. Bob, it's not a new mic cover. It's just a sticker on there. We've had it on the Wednesday show for several weeks in a row now.
All right, so we are done, and I'm going to get my winner picked here. All right, where do I go to pick?
Okay, so the mayor, you are going to go to winners.
All right.
Top right there.
All right.
And then it should, allow you to draw the winner here.
Guys.
Yeah, hopefully this works as normal.
And I was just hoping for you to win.
For you guys.
We would never have any
no slow mode.
Yep.
Nope. I actually did not set that up because we had the pregame going, but I will get that going because I do like the slow mode. Wednesdays, not as much because it's not that big of a deal. But scroll over there just real quick to see. Okay, right there. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So 1 second here, and then we will show the winner that we have. Mayor, if you want to say the name, this is, again, guys, this is a giveaway that was on the pregame to the show here. And I am setting something up here, Mayor, so you're not gonna be able to see the screen.
Okay, that's fine. But
okay.
our winner is Jordy Geller. Jordy Geller. Congratulations. You're getting this mystery box of, we said about $200 worth of products.
Rough estimate.
Sent to your house from us.
Yep.
So enjoy.
And that is going to be beard oil, beard butter. There's beard wash in there. There's a lot of stuff that I think is going to be pretty cool for you to have the opportunity to try out. So congratulations. That was from the pregame. And guys, if you don't know what we're talking about, Facebook, from time to time, and we'll get the word out on Facebook. We'll get the word out on Instagram. We will have a pregame show to get ready for this one. And it's just kind of be a little party, a little atmosphere of a party. All right, so that was awesome. Nice. Yep, and he won. I don't know if he's in here right now, but there he is. That's awesome. All right, so congratulations, man. You won that prize. We have your email. The mayor will reach out to you.
Sure.
So, check your email. The mayor is going to just need your government name. Looks like that might be it. And then your shipping address. Other than that, you should be good to go. And I believe we have the slow mode on there. So thank you, Mr. Funk. I do appreciate that. So we have quite a few entries tonight. I do want to say thank you. By the way, we had someone that entered the very last minute. It was like this afternoon, and there were no pictures included. So make sure you resend. I'm going to reply. We just didn't have a chance. Once we leave school, it's kind of a whirlwind for us with our lives until we get to the show. So if you were someone that sent in this afternoon, there's only one person. We'll get a hold of you within the next week to ask for pictures because we didn't get those pictures. So let's get right to it.
All right.
Let's get onto the show here, and we will get it going with our first update. And beautiful. All right, rocking the yellow today. And
hello. Oh, sorry.
Our first update, guys, I hope you guys can see pretty clearly here, is we got Adam back in the bathroom. We got Adam rocking the same color, the same lighting, the same angle. There's nothing going to be different here. And to explain this, I did a video several weeks back that was given the idea of using peppermint oil and castor oil. If you want to know any of the details, go check that video out. And he's been applying it to those bare spots, the patch, if you would, before bed every night. And he's trying to see if he can get any growth, especially on the hairs that did not exist before. So when we take a look here, let me get my fancy laser pointer ready. All right. This is 3 weeks update on here. And I do want to direct your attention to an area, especially when you look here. Okay. Look at the side of his beard on the before. Okay. Look at the side of the beard on the before. And here's Adam K right here. Adam, thank you so much for being our test dummy, our guinea pig. And look at this hair right here. This and the soul patch is definitely filling out. But look at this thing right here. Yeah, Steve, that is him. I genuinely do not see hairs on this side or this side. But look at this. Right next to the beard, there's absolutely more hairs coming in. There's absolutely a difference on the soul patch as well, which I think is noticeable and new. But I do really honestly see new growth, which is so cool. So cool. And yeah, it may have darkened those little baby hairs.
I'm going to go ahead and use a legal term.
Ooh.
Irrefutable evidence.
Wow.
It's there. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I submit to you that in Adam's case, this has improved his soul patch area.
He said crazy, right?
Yeah.
Any other observations, Mayor?
Obviously, I appreciate he took the time. You can see that, and I was trying to see if I was trying to tell in my head battling with is he kind of stacking the deck a little bit? Is he trying to sell us? Nothing against you, Adam.
You gotta be a skeptic.
Yeah, but
question everything.
But like the same thing that you saw, the little babies right here and right here. That you can't fake.
No, the babies are because maybe something can change with the soul patch because of lighting or this or that. You cannot fake the baby hairs on the side. That is absolutely no new growth. And that was the main purpose of the study. The main purpose of the challenge was to see if there were new baby hairs there. So Adam, please continue this. So cool. Adam's going to be getting married in the fall. If he has just a little bit fuller of patch there, I think that would be awesome. I'm actually going to be at the wedding. Super excited for that. Sam and I were just talking about it today. We're going to be gone for 2 nights, and that'll be the longest we've been away from our kids ever. And we are building up to it. We got an MGK concert that we're going to go away for 1 night, and then that wedding will be for 2 nights. So, yeah.
As a dad, I'll tell you, there's going to be things that are weird. It's not going to go 100% well, but it will go. And at the end of the day, it'll be the end of the day.
Yep. He said skepticism is necessary, but for sure the baby hairs ain't so baby anymore. I'm definitely sticking with it. Super, super cool.
It's like another, you know how many times we could recommend that on the show? A lot of times, guys, that soul patch area is a sticking point for a lot of people.
Yeah,
a lot of beard growth guys.
Yep. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, just look up my recent videos. You'll see like a big arrow pointing to a patch that looks just like this. And you and Sam, yep, we're both going to MGK in Indianapolis. So if anybody's in Indianapolis for the MGK show, come check us out. And he used the higher quality castor oil that I did link into the the chat or into the description of that video. So that's update number 1. Super excited because he had taken some pictures at the gym, different lighting, different color. Adam, it's going to be mandatory that we get a bathroom picture.
Yeah, I mean, just this one.
Yep.
No.
Oh, well,
yeah.
right.
No
Right. Don't clip that. Don't. Yeah.
We've been down that road. No, we haven't.
Yes. Yeah. We all know. Is that castor oil? It is. It's daily use before bed. I recommend using it before you go to bed. So you can use, Chris, you can use really any kind of color or any kind of oil, but castor oil has generations of anecdotal evidence. Now, what do I mean by that? Anecdotal evidence is evidence that people share. Not a ton of studies behind it. Why? Because there's not a lot of money in it yet. I think there is a future there, but generation after generation has claimed to experience new hair growth from castor oil, especially with women. One person that I know for a fact experienced new hair growth was my wife, Sam C., on her eyebrows. So castor oil is proven. Now, I did a video today on rice bran oil. Could you do a little mix of castor, rice bran oil, and peppermint oil? Sure, absolutely. All of those have the benefits of growth, especially proven. So there are some different things that you can do. And Kay Lat says, I'm using beard oil, but what would cause my chin area to become almost raw and itchy? Kay Lat, there could be a lot of things going on. You could have an allergic reaction, but most likely it's due to some kind of internal health. You're not drinking enough water. That's usually number 1. You're not exfoliating properly. Maybe you have something that is blocking your pores, or maybe you have, again, just some aversion to that beard oil. You might want to try different ones and see what you have going on.
And one more thing to throw you on that. I get that little. Sometimes with my mask, I get like this little like breathing cycle. It's like a little under the dome kind of situation where I breathe so my breath kind of dries it out, and I'll get that itchiness, especially my thinnest areas. The skin will almost get irritated. So that might be something too. The mask might be impacting that.
Yeah, and Leo, I don't think that would hurt. The rice bran oil would give it a nice little thin balance. And adding butter afterwards, I don't fully know the answer to that. My gut would say no. In that area, just try to go with the castor oil to see what you have. And Adam says 3% peppermint. Yes, strictly bathroom shots from now on. You want to make this a monthly going forward? Let's do that, Adam. That'd be perfect. Whenever you're ready to send one in, we will feature it. But monthly sounds about perfect. So yes. All right. Any recommendations for using as a buffer to block the beard from absorbing humidity? No. You got to embrace it. You got to work your styling. You got to adjust it. There is no product that is going to really help with humidity. Humidity will beat balm. It will beat butter. It will beat a thick oil. There is nothing there. My advice is work around it, embrace it, get yourself a little bit of volume.
And I don't think that's the last time we'll be saying that, because some of our guys tonight are battling that same exact thing, just with the weather, and especially new guys with new beards that haven't had them most of their life.
Yep. Sam, after the show, go ahead and check out my beard patch growth video. It goes into detail about the science behind it, the anecdotal evidence, but essentially castor oil has claims of creating new hairs and improving beard growth. So that I think you'd find that video very, very interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and check out our next update that we have. And this comes in to us from Rich L.
Rich says, here's the picture, before picture and an after picture of my beard trim and haircut. I honestly didn't have courage to try and trim it myself. I found barbershops that specialize in men's grooming in Central Texas area. Not sure if we got all the transparencies, but it does look better now than before. Just wanted to say thanks for all that you guys do. It has made taking care of my beard easier. I'm still deciding on the mustache direction and enjoyed the Lazy Walrus video. Deciding to grow a beard was one of the best decisions I ever made, and coming across the bearded community has been a blessing.
Thank you, Rich, for the kind words and the support of the channel and sending in for this live stream. That means a lot to us. So get ready for this, guys. This is an update, and the difference here is 1 week. Actually, less than a week, because he sent in the pictures several days ago. Less than a week difference with an update here. Boom. That is unbelievable. Before, of course, great beard, nothing wrong with it at all. But when you look at the right, somebody messaged me today and he said, that's all the beard goals right there. You went from having a great beard to having everybody's goal beard. It looks thick. It looks like a bigger beard. I mean, if there's ever a poster for addition by subtraction, it is this. If you were to show me those pictures, the man on the right has a bigger beard than the man on the left. But that's after a trim. That is after taking away hairs. It looks better.
Yeah, this is the dream, isn't it? This is what we're doing. We've helped somebody. And you know, I want to just kind of weigh in on Rich's decision that he just wasn't comfortable with trimming it himself. Listen to your instincts on that. You don't, but then on the same hand, make sure you take the time to find the right person to trim your beard. Don't be like the guy that we had on the show like 3 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
Where he went in and they ended up wanting him to have his mask on the whole time he trimmed left, right.
That wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
That wouldn't hurt.
But know your limits, know where you're good at. And maybe it's a matter of watching the stylist and what they do. And eventually you do if you want to make it your own.
Yep. And Rich, I would genuinely, again, encourage the Lazy Walrus. Keep messing with it. Keep finding different angles, different styles, different ways to play with it. But I do believe having something loose, flowing like you have is going to be your best bet. More so than trying to handlebar, trying to do anything too styled and perfect. Let the beard do the talking. Let the mustache do the walking. Don't know how that makes sense, but I like it. It just sounded really, really good. So we're going to leave it there. And David asked, do you guys have suggestions on companies that have mustache wax? Kind of the industry I'm not a mustache wax guy, but Whiskey and Hardtack has a mustache wax. The industry standard that I've heard for the best mustache wax from competition guys, from handlebar guys, would be, can you handlebar secondary? That's the firmest. That's the best. I don't use it, so I'm not the best one there, but that is what I've heard from people that know what they're doing.
I love that name, by the way.
Can you handlebar?
Yeah.
They're out of Michigan, too.
Well done.
Yep. But this is what it's all about here. A 1 week difference, and this is a white beard with a black shirt.
Yeah.
If that tells you the density of this beard.
That's the devil's dance, we call it.
Oh, it's unreal.
But the transparency shows the most through a dark shirt. If you're new here and we have all our little things that we have to remember that we were doing the Facebook Live earlier and trying to look at it through the eyes of somebody who was seeing us for the first time and all that. So I explain things. That's kind of my
true
mode.
Corey says, any thoughts on CBD versus emu oil? CBD would be in its own level. It would be in its own stratosphere. Emu oil, ostrich oil, there's tons of others that are great at anti-inflammation. CBD is like the steroids of anti-inflammation. That is on a completely different level. So almost not comparable. You almost have it's a carrier versus an active ingredient. So yes,
CBD for inflammation is what emo does for like softening, or like it almost lightens too much. If you use it a lot or too much emo oil, it will lighten it up so much that the styling gets to be an issue.
So Rich went to a barber. We got a comment here. I was going to kick it to the mayor, but he just took a big bite.
Oh man, I don't want to do. Go ahead, kick it.
So, mayor, if somebody were like, man, I love the barber that he has, Beards and Vinyl brings up a great comment. What would be your advice for somebody looking for a barber?
Well, we have a Facebook group called Command's Corner, and we're very proud of it. It's about 6,000 guys that have beards, most of us, but they're also fans of beards, whatever.
Supportive ladies.
Yep. And I never want to forget them. But one of the features, one of the things we're most proud of is we have a growing resource where, first of all, people can submit, like if they have a good name of a good beard barber in their area. And secondly, you can go out into a map. You can look for those recommendations in your area. And there's no there's no barber that's paying us to put their name on it. It's just these are real guys that
no one's even approached us for that. That's rude.
That is weird.
Come on.
You just have somebody should approach us.
Yeah, right.
But honestly, it's intended to be just a genuine, honest resource. You can go in there, you go into topics, beard barber map, click on it, and see what's close to you.
Yeah. So what happens if somebody doesn't have a Facebook? Good luck. You're in the wild, wild west now. No, I would look at pictures. I would look at reviews. Your best bet is when you see guys that have really well-trimmed beards, say, hey, man, where do you get your beard trimmed? Oh, I do it myself. All right, next guy. Hey, man, where do you get your beard trimmed? Start to get that word of mouth going around near you.
Yeah. Good advice.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is Braden. Braden says, I was wanting to grow it out for a year. I'm on month 2, and I like how it's coming in. I'm just afraid my cheeks aren't growing in full enough, or if that's a natural growth pattern for me, and it will come out. Maybe I'm just too self-conscious, but I want to grow my beard out long and thick, and will eventually have a handlebar mustache. I know it probably will take a long time, but that's what I want. Attach your pictures taken today. Should I get it lined up soon, or what?
Okay. And if we're featuring you, if you're here, please drop a comment in the chat so we can highlight you and kind of let everybody give the feedback to you guys. And hey, man, everybody, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Dave and Diane, hope your camping trip's going well. Bearded Wolf, Rob Acker, hello. Let me just give you guys, because we got a few people, some regulars that just came in. Braden's here. Hey, Braden, let me give you guys a quick little peek, if you missed it here, of one of the best 1 week updates we've ever seen. I feel like I'm going to have to keep coming back. It's so fantastic. His beard is bigger after a trim.
And if you guys think what we did here with Rich, what we suggested for Rich, maybe hit the thumbs up, the like button. It wouldn't hurt. It helps us. It doesn't cost you anything. It's kind of a good deal.
It's fantastic.
It does make a difference for us.
It does. So thumbs up if you share it. Even if you tell a buddy about it that's getting into beard care, we'd appreciate it. And again, shout out to everybody. Vado, Craig, Daniel, Weatherbeard, Corey, everybody. Hello. Let's check out Braden. Just feeling a little self-conscious, wants to grow it out, wants to know if he should get it trimmed. What's going on here? Awesome, Braden. Do we have one or two there? Just one here on him. All right. First off, what's your first impressions, man? What are you thinking? This is kind of your world right now.
Okay, yeah, it is. First of all, every little thing is gonna be all right. You've got a great beard. You're concerned about the cheeks and the side. That is, if it's not the soul patch, that's the number 2 most common issue area for guys. That's just normal. And I was thin in my cheek areas. It just takes a while and time. And but you have great beard genes. I see that handlebar in the future for you if you wish for that. I do not see anything to be concerned about. It's not the hair on your face. It's the brain in your head that's kind of getting you questioning right now. And I went through all those same things as I started to grow mine out.
So his question was, is it time to line it up? What do you think?
Let me see here.
Okay.
I don't think so. I mean, you said, from what you said, you're going for a big beard.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't take anything away right now.
Me either. And I think you got great density in your future. I really see it. I see it with your head hair. I see it with the texture of your hair. The chat is kind of unanimously saying it'll fill in. Let it grow. Don't touch it yet. I agree. And dude, I know you're being tough on yourself. This is matching the style of your beard. You don't have a big, long beard right now. You don't need some crazy cheek line going up to your eyeballs. It looks great. You're doing fine, my friend. You still, I think, have at least 2 to 3 months before we even consider trimming it. So, Braden, leave it alone. Check in with us if you need to, but maybe get back with us in August. Yeah. I think that'd be a good plan. Check with us in August after you've let it grow. Just know a lot of guys would kill for this density, kill for this coverage, the color. You got a fantastic beard, my friend. Cheeks almost always fill in. They just take a little bit longer.
Agree.
Which is different than the soul patch area. Guys can go their whole life without that soul patch area filling in. Cheeks, though, they tend to fill in as they go through.
My kid's going to be on his own for dinner.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, Molly's not cooking it. Well,
right.
Not that, I don't know the dynamic in their house.
They're dog babies. Yeah. Kinsby. I thought you said they're kids. I was like, oh, that's news. Congrats.
No.
Screw Cookie. I'd rather be watching the show. Hello, Molly. At least you're not driving. That's always better. Molly's in barber school right now. So exciting.
And we do have a hairstyling question coming up later that we need you to weigh in on.
Molly, tune it in. Okay. And Russ, and guys, this is another huge reason why we do this show. I'm in the same boat trying to grow it out in my comfort zone. When you send in, you're not only getting advice for yourself, you're getting advice for everybody that's in the chat that's going through a similar problem. Everybody in the future that's looking for a video to solve a problem. You are that kid in class that will ask the question that the shy kids won't ask. So please, if you're even on the fence, you got a little kind of inkling of asking a question, you're not only helping yourself out, you're not only helping out our channel and the content, you're helping out other beardsmen there. So thank you. And Russell, thank you for putting that comment. Braden's going to check in with us in August. Awesome. All right. And hello, everybody. Ryan, hope you're enjoying vacation, my friend.
All right. This is Samuel. Samuel says, this was my beard 3 years ago at the age of 22. Now I'm 25, lost weight, and I'm attempting another whack at it. Under my mouth remains to be the biggest challenge in growing my beard, but this time it seems thicker and so is the mustache. What are your thoughts on just for men to darken the skin and hair under my mouth?
Okay. So just for men being beard dye. Now to begin, the only time I ever understand dyeing a beard is what I call structural dyeing, where your hair is so light that it looks like you don't have hair there, or it looks like your beard is off in that area, and getting some dye into it makes the structure change. That's different than somebody trying to cover their grays, trying to change the color of it. That's the only time, and I don't know what this looks like yet, but that's the only time where I see a possibility to use some dye.
But they have great commercials. So, in the common world, it's a much more normal
accepted thing. Yes.
But for us who kind of focus on beards, we don't actually.
And a key thing to keep in mind for their market, their target audience, the guys that are applying that beard dye on a regular basis, it's nothing for them to shave off their beard and start again. So when they get that damage, because beard dye will damage your beard, when you get that damage, they have no problem just shaving it off. That's not our market. That's not what we're here for. So here's Sam right here. All right, Sam, let's take a look at what we got going on with the beard. Okay. So before,
yep.
Right here.
Both the two, I think the two left ones.
Okay.
And then
on the right, we have today.
Maybe I got him out of work, but he was saying that he felt like the second time it was fuller, and it looks like the middle picture is more full, I think, than, or would it be like, Sam, you're here.
Sam, tell us what color shirt is your
most
current.
Recent.
Yep.
Yes.
And I'll start by saying, with your color beard, with your density of beard, I do not see any addition for having a dyed beard. Those were all when I was 22. Okay. All right. And then, so he has the other one. So we didn't get the update one, but man, I can tell with your beard, I can tell with the color and everything you got going on. Cause I don't think we have another one from
I didn't.
No recommendation of dye, man. I would only say do that if your beard hair was like blonde, if it was light, if it had some see-throughness. Not at all, my friend. You're doing totally fine. If your beard feels different now, several years later, it's probably because of something that's going on health-wise. It'll come back around.
But he said better now.
Okay, you did say better now?
Better now. Yeah. I think I saw the dye question, and I thought we would definitely want to talk about that because it's a pretty common question: is how is that going to improve?
Yeah,
it's a slippery slope. Getting a dye right, getting it to match, and not make it. You guys know, you can tell sometimes on like Instagram, you can tell on certain pictures when a dye like just looks different. So I agree that a dye is not going to be in your best behavior, best effort. Like you already observed a thickening from young to older. That's what it was age and just your ability to grow a beard a little bit old as you're a little bit older and a little bit older. I think that will continue to improve.
I agree. And like I said, I was open-minded. I didn't want to close the idea of having dye because of the way you described the problems. Man, if it's better than this too, absolutely no dye. You're good to go, my friend. Embrace it. You are ready. Hey, Bobby Casey. Okay.
All right.
We got the Bearded Brothers.
So I couldn't find a name for these guys.
I found them.
Oh,
yep,
you did?
I put them on there. Yep.
Okay.
So they'll be there.
Hi, we are brothers from Denmark, and we are looking for advice. First up is my little brother at age 27, the bald one with the biggest beard, and he is asking for general advice. And his goal is to see how long or big his beard can get. Next up is me, my brother, older brother, age 30, and I also asked for general advice. My goal is pretty much the same, but more Viking-ish. P.S. We can't be here because when you go live, it's 3 a.m. in Denmark.
Okay, and these beards, full disclosure, are fantastic. These are model level, elite level beards, as everybody's are. But these are, you'll see, man. You got to be honest. These are high level beards. But one thing we want to make sure we do is if guys have questions, they have legitimate concerns, we want to include everybody, especially people in the UK. The UK market for beard help is nowhere near the US. There are tons of good channels, tons of content creators, tons of shows, tons of people you can reach out to. Unfortunately, in the UK, it's just not the same right now. I think the potential's there, but there's just not the same number of companies, creators, you name it. So we really want to bring in that UK market. We really want to bring in people from all over and in Europe. Yeah, I should Denmark, say, I should Europe. Say from Europe. I apologize. So from Europe and more, even going beyond that, there's a lot of guys in India. There's a lot of guys even in places like Russia that have needs and wants for their beard, and we want to include them. And some key things for me is the bigger beard is the younger guy. The shorter beard is the older guy, the older brother, but he wants more Viking-ish. So I want to focus on that aspect, what he means by that, what you guys think he should be able to do as we go through. Okay? So this is Frederick. This is the younger brother. Just simply his goal is to get a bigger beard. And I definitely have some advice for him, even though this is
a great
beard, an absolutely great beard. Frederick, first off, you are rocking bald and bearded to the T, my friend. You got the sideburns transition. You got everything rocking. Your shape of your beard looks eerily similar to mine. It looks, especially tonight. I mean, when you look at that, that's pretty much what my beard looks like. You are killing it, absolutely killing it. But the area, Frederick, that I would love for you to focus on as you grow your beard out bigger is going to be this cheek area right here. What I would hate is for this beard to keep fanning out and then kind of going into a T or going into a point up by the face. I would love to get some voluptuous volume and round that beard out on the side. Now, I can see you like to keep your sideburns up here faded, a little bit shorter. That's great. I would agree with that. But I can see the little dip along the chin here, and it's going all the way around. So we either have mask dip or we have a grooming dip. I'm hoping it's a grooming dip because that can be fixed very easily to give you some volume up here. And I'm going to give a little bit of a fractional answer here. Funk Daddy Steve says the blowout, which is where you get heat and styling away from your face, away from your beard. We want the blowout, but just in this portion up here. What you're doing down here is perfect. You got great volume. You got great spreading and coverage. But I do, if you just look here and how it's going out, if you want to keep growing, it's only going to get more pronounced with that angle. I want to see that fill in. And that would be my only advice is fill in. Do a modified blowout, but just at the top of the beard. But you're killing it, my friend. Bald and bearded.
I can't give you much. You are in a class of your own, sir. Very, very good. I love the mustache. You know, a lot of times guys with that big of a beard length, they focus on the mustache or they stand it out. And I like what you're doing. I like that vibe. It's just like a chill. The mustache is just as thick as the thickest parts of the beard, but it's not like it just really blends well. Good taste, if that makes in styling.
Yep. And then we have Sebastian M, who is the older brother and is going for more of a Viking style, which 100% makes sense with that ponytail, right? When he's rocking the hair back there, a little bit bigger of a mustache. So my thoughts on a Viking style. You got kind of two angles you can do here. One is we can get some braids into it. That screams Viking. Vikings, you have the look of the braids, you have the look of the clips at the bottom. That would be all the way braided Viking for you. The other way, if you don't want to go with the braids, you're going to want to start to angle your beard more to a point. Vikings are not known for having big, voluptuous beards that are going out real big and wide. They like to bring their beard to a little point at the bottom. So for the Viking beard that was in your description, Sebastian, that would be my advice to you. Braids, or we got to start angling it down.
I'm just going to throw this out there. This is just something I was thinking about. When I look at a little bit of transparency, it almost looks like it's dancing with a French fork as we get lower and lower. Something to think, you could either kind of trim that back and let it grow, or you could couldn't a Viking have two braids?
Yeah, and that's what it would be. Yeah.
Take those and just kind of accentuate that natural kind of divide and go for it. The world is your you're a Viking, so you can take it over no matter what.
Yeah, true.
You want, but other than that, great job.
I would love to see that. A braid going here, and a braid going there. I think that would be really cool.
Great beards.
You probably need a little bit more length to really pull it off. So just keep the patience, keep the healthy habits. But yeah, man, that is a follically gifted family right there. Those two dudes are killing it. And I love that we see the bald and bearded, and I love that we see the ponytail bearded. Awesome. If you want to go full Viking, let's get a little braid on the side of the hair as well. Goodness, that would be awesome. Truly awesome.
You know what I think is going on here?
Yeah.
We're going from sour nerds to hot jerky.
I haven't done the nerds yet because of that. How is it?
It's weird, man.
Okay, I don't know if I can do that.
It's a weird feel. You'll have to either do one or the other.
Yeah. And Chris, you're exactly right. We actually have artifacts of their beards. We have artifacts of their tweezers that they used. We even have documentation of them using hot curling irons on their beards. Really, really cool stuff.
That's cool.
And their combs look just like our wooden combs that we have today, like the arching combs, identical to the combs that we have. So super cool. Here's a little Slimzilla's got a good advice here. Maybe a slight bald fade with the ponytail. Slimzilla, that did cross my mind. Doing a little bald fade right here as the beard connects. So going bald into that ponytail, wrapping around. Slim, you're reading my mind, my friend. I thought that same exact thing. That could be really, really cool. Awesome. Big, beautiful beards need love too.
This is Alex F. Started growing my beard during quarantine and still going strong. From June 2020 to now, I've been a bearded beast. I've been a bearded beast. I got obsessed with the beard content and just fell in love with all things beard. My goal is the year, and I'm 3 months away. If there is any advice you've got or just want to revel in my beardness, I'm down for whatever.
Awesome. JP, that's really cool, man. You have to send me a picture of that. All right, Alex. And Alex, I think, is a fan of the show, and he had a line that I kept out there that said, just get me in the show. I was like, all right, Alex, I got you here. So he is a couple months away from his year, and just says that he's all into it. Clearly, the dude's got style. Dude's got fashion with the glasses, the hairdo. On the beard here, you got any thoughts, Mary? Anything that comes to mind?
You know, I just quickly, I like how if you're using a straightener, I like the picture on the right where with the black shirt. I like that straightening job, and maybe it's just the side angle too. But if it was like a little bit less heat, possibly, I prefer that to the other one.
Yeah, it's tough to see because the lighting and the angle on this one is not as flattering. I'm also Alex F. Literally have the same beard story as Alex. That's weird. That is so weird.
No.
And it's not the same human. Interesting. But over here, man, you're doing great. There is a little bit of a wave, a little bit of a dip going along the jawline there. It could be mask, could be grooming. It's so interesting that had, like before, it was just instant. It was grooming. There was nothing else that was causing that dip. Now we got to put that precursor in there that it could be a mask. It could be. I would address that, but that's just me with such a good, well put together style. I think that's something that you could look at, getting that round bristle brush, getting some heat on it, and just really looking to get that wave just straightened out a little bit because of your style, because of your fashion. I think just having that clean, straight front is going to go a long way for you.
I think every time you bring that up, I go like this, like I don't even realize it. I just went like that.
Yeah,
I do to see if I got it out of mind because we're just constantly battling that as long as we have to have masks on.
And for certain styles, it does make a difference. We always reference our buddy Joel because he's a dang beard model. His beard, the first thing I think of is that flat front face. Mm-hmm. He just has that immaculate,
like chiseled.
Chiseled look. And I think that would go really, really well for Alex.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, Josh, everybody. And yeah, if you were able to lower the neckline, that could be a really good move. Bill's correct here. Looking at this picture over here, it does look like you do have a pretty shallow neckline. You wouldn't be able to tell on this one. It's so interesting. It almost seems like this is a much earlier picture, but I don't think it is. It's just the angle. Another interesting thing is you can see the phone in his glasses.
I noticed that too.
Selfie arms. Nice. Alex, thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed your spotlight on the show.
It's probably already a thing, but finding out what you can see in people's glasses on photos.
I guarantee there's a subreddit thread. I guarantee. I'm sure there's some interesting ones. Hey, Andrew, man, positive thoughts heading your way. Andrew's got some big changes coming up in life, possibly moving, changing schools, changing life direction, and he has some anxiety. He's had some stress in his life. So, Andrew, you know I'm always here for you, man. I hope you're doing well. Hey, Joe, keep that filming up. Enjoy. All right, left is okay, here we go. Left is 100% a couple months or more before the right. Look at the cheek line. And that's what I couldn't tell. I agree, because the cheek looks here, but you can't see on this one as much, because I could see that little dip over there. But I agree. I think it looks like it's beforehand. He just didn't include that in his write-up.
So what we really need to know now is which one is the good Alex F and which one is the evil Alex F.
Will the real Alex F please stand up? No doubt. All right,
this is Jesse.
Is it dishwasher safe, Jesse?
All right. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't know. Oh, no, I do know what that means.
Yep.
Yes. I wanted to send an update. I was waiting for the hair in my cheeks where I had trimmed too low to grow in more. And I haven't done anything with my sideburns as suggested, but I'm going to be near a place that has a really good barber, and I'm hoping to get a trim while I'm there. I still don't feel comfortable trimming my own. Before heading to the barber, I wanted to see if you had any advice. Also, any advice in general is appreciated. I don't really have a goal. I don't like to trim, so I'm just going for as long as I can with as little maintenance as possible.
Okay.
I'm likely to go full bald on the head hair.
Is that sour messing you up?
Yeah, but it's obviously longer than I normally like it right now. One new problem area is on my right side. It tends to curl up under the beard and stick out on that side. Usually I can get it pretty good with a blow dryer, but I may have to finally get a heated brush for that. The sideburns and little waves, and the little wave I have in the front.
Okay. Jesse is here, but he's driving.
Okay.
Jesse is also known for his comment of saying, "I'm not Jeff. I know a Jesse," that type of stuff.
Okay.
Man, that one was hot. Woo.
You got the heat.
Mm-hmm.
You brought the heat piece.
That one was loaded.
They should put like a loaded piece in.
Okay. So we got some updates here. As he said, looking for the idea of a trim. Awesome. And what was his comment about the haircut? If you can refresh us.
He just wants our advice on his hair. What do we think he should do? He's leaning towards bald and beard.
Okay. As we're going through here before and after. First off, Jesse, and we got more pictures, 100% bald and bearded. 100%. I don't think anybody's going to have any question here. It is time for you to go full blown, get the razor, get that hair that hair trim. Yeah, and I don't even think buzz here. I think take it all off 100%. And the density on your beard is fantastic. And the advice for the beard here, very simple. I'm with Jamie on this one. It's just time for a little transparency trim. That's it. You have great texture, great mustache. You're doing everything super well, my friend. I would just do a little bit of, you got the squint test. It's going to be perfect here. You're going to have more length than before, which is great, right? You got that rounded beard. You're now going to start to have some shape. We're just going to take off this guy right here. It couldn't be any more clear. And a barber hopefully will do a really good job going right along here. And it is time for bald and bearded. Now, the big question is, and if Molly's in here too, we can get feedback. I would love to do something with these sideburns. And that, remember, because he was in, and that's what our advice was, to fill the cheeks in. Look at the cheeks right now. Absolutely awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. All right, here's Molly. Like the bigger beard more, but needs at least a 1-inch trim. Definitely bald and bearded. I agree. Now, the big thing is what we do with the sideburns.
I mean,
what do you guys think?
Screams fade.
Yeah.
It just is too long to hit. It needs to.
It's like a big boom.
You're walking along the bald highway and you boom. You hit the hair.
You hit the hair. What's up, Paul? He says his beard hair looks like it's very soft and smooth. Lucky guy. Looks almost like taken care of head hair. Keep it up. Definitely transparency.
You're right.
Yeah, it does look like that.
Very well conditioned.
So Jesse, bald and bearded, a sideburn fade, and a trim about an inch off on the front. And I think that's going to be the final. I think you're going to be looking like a new man, feeling great. You did what everybody wishes they could do, is go above their goal and then trim back to it. That's going to do a great job. And everybody is unanimously agreeing. Fade, 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 fade. Absolutely. Yeah, man, that's awesome. Great growth, great patience. And above all, thank you for everything you do with the channel, too.
This is what we're talking about.
Yep.
This is what we're talking about. If that doesn't get you a little fired up, you shouldn't,
And Jesse, once you do this all in one, obviously send it back. This is going to be one for the record books. I think it's going to be huge. And Jesse, we agree. He said, I usually buzz, but I think it's time for the shave. Luckily for you, there are several great content creators with shaving their heads. And I'm sure you know of all of them because you're very involved in the community. So awesome, man. Yeah, great stash. I love what he's doing with the stash. Hey, you're welcome, Jesse. Thank you for sending in. Thank you. Okay. Let's see here.
Great picture.
Yeah.
Great.
Awesome.
I got to give you credit, man. That's what we're talking about. There's a guy that knows the show a little bit because that's what we're looking for. All right, this is Dana. Was trying to figure out how to get the mask tips out of my beard. I tried a round bore bristle brush and a hairdryer, and to my surprise, and I underlined this, I unlocked the beast. How does it look now? Is there anything else I could do to improve? And mustache is looking much better from last time. I underlined that because I have had several of those moments when I figured out how to use a tool or a technique correctly that it was just like, oh, holy smokes. It's like level up.
Yep. And Dana has sent him before when he says he was trying to get the mask out. That was from our advice from our show, which is really cool. All right, so here's Dana. Again, he feels like he's figuring it out, feels like he's dialing it in here. Dana, looks awesome, man. You really have kind of stepped it up. You've gotten that dip out. You're really doing a great job. The only advice that I would have for you is continue to work on the volume, continue to work on your technique. I'd love to see the beard go out a little bit more. You're getting to that length now where we want to get some volume. We want to get some magnitude on the outside so it's not kind of dipping in right here. And the way you're going to do that is the same thing, is by trying things, by practicing, doing new techniques, unleashing the beast so you can get all that volume. And then what are we doing with the mustache? We're going to go lazy walrus. You're going to keep trimming right where it's at. You have some great potential and options for that mustache. But above all, it looks great. You absolutely stepped up, leveled up.
Well, I like he's I like getting to see his kind of journey through this,
step by step.
Yep.
Day by day.
Yep.
Wish I'd over. And he's got a bald eagle in the background.
Different play. What show is even that? Is it step
by step?
That was a show?
The San Francisco one?
No, it was Full House.
Is that Full House?
I think so.
That's Full House. Yep. Awesome. You see a bald eagle back there?
Who was, in your opinion, who was the cutest of the daughters? Like not when they were little kids, but like who ended up being the prettiest?
I
Do you
don't
remember
know.
any of them? DJ. There was Stephanie, DJ, and the baby, Michelle. But she was like twins, and that doesn't count.
I don't even remember them.
Okay. All right.
Nope, I got nothing on that one. Yep, I got nothing on that one. I can see Beard Octane and Fable back there. Oh, good eye. And I think that's a little Kingsman right there as well. For sure, Fable and Beard Octane. Oh, and what do we got there, Mayor?
That's a little whiskey and hardtack.
That's a little whiskey and hardtack banging around. I like it. Let's see what Molly said here. Speaking of blow dryer, Kinsman has started using mine, and apparently it's changed his life. It's a Conair Knot Doctor, but without the brush attachment. If anybody wants a recommendation, awesome. Yeah, Molly, we upgraded in the recent past, and we went with a babyless. I know there's different ways to pronounce it, but that's the way I say it because I'm from America. We went the babyless Rapido Pro, and it's awesome. It was a huge, huge step up for us.
I agree, Clark. It was Stephanie for me too. She was, but I think I was the middle kid. She was the middle kid. I felt like maybe there was something there.
Okay. Yeah, when you asked me that, I thought you were saying like which of the twins played
no.
the baby. I was like, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Okay.
All right.
Guys, Dan is that much younger that he probably wasn't quite as into certain shows as I was. And it's the same for
I have probably seen every episode though.
Okay. All right. This is Dan B.
Dan B.
First of all, I want to thank you for your friendship. Second, the advice you have given me over time. All right. Back in December 2020, I did my first. Sorry, guys, my sour nerds versus fighting the Mingy hot.
Is it just punching you?
I don't know. They just don't agree, and they're fighting it out in my mouth. All right. Back in December 2020, I did my first solo trim about 6 inches after I was scared to death. However, your advice got me through it. After that trim, I went for a year, but 7 months into it, I couldn't continue due to transparency and beard health issues I noticed. So today, I did it with Dan C in my corner. Before my trim, it was just over 9 inches, and now 7 inches bottom line. 7 inches. Bottom line, the beard already feels healthier and looks better without the transparency. The beard community is so lucky to have you in it, and I am lucky to have you as a friend.
Right back at you, Dan B, no doubt about it. Real quick, Vado, you want to apply it to a damp beard. Never a dry beard, always a damp beard. Phil, take care, my friend. All right, and Molly said the babyless is way better. Nice, win. All right, Dan B is here. So essentially, Dan B was going for the year. He talked about it on a daily basis to me. I'm going for the year. I was encouraging him till he said, hey, is it time for a trim? As an honest friend would do. I told him it is. He was well planned out. He's been experienced on trims. He knows when to walk away now. He's made mistakes before. He's learned from it. It's a perfect example of investing in yourself. Learn how to trim your own beard, and it really pays off year after year. So here's the progression. This is what Dan B sent me yesterday. He had this picture. You can see the transparency. So we chopped the line off here. Again, you can really see where that was at. He wanted to execute the perfect trim. Did it. He made slight adjustments after this, and it settled a little bit, he said, but very, very happy with it, especially when you look from here to here. It's another case where this beard, you take stuff off, and it literally looks more full. It looks like a thicker beard than before.
Well, it's about intentionality. When you go out, people see the beard on the left. They don't know if you because of that transparency, it raises questions.
Yeah,
like whatever. And I don't even think
focal point.
I don't even think like observers really like would even realize what they're thinking about. But when you look at after your trim, that's a styled, put together look, and you can just tell. I mean, it's just a really, I think, a well played adjustment.
Yep. And it just happens. It's not, people feel weird about transparency. They feel like it's a shot against them. It's a knock on their manhood, something like that. It's just what happens with beards. It's your beards grow at different lengths on different parts of your facial hair. And so it just takes a trim to even everything out. You did a great job, man. You did an absolute great job. Chris, great question here. There.
You're going to send just a message with pictures like you're seeing here. Usually we like a side as well, and a couple questions telling us what you're wanting our advice on to beardadvicelive@gmail.com.
Yep.
Scrolling across the bottom.
It is scrolling down on the bottom, Chris, if you guys want to enter. And we only have this show because of you guys. We would not be good at giving beard advice if we didn't have pictures and people to go off of. So, Dan B, really well done, my friend. Technically a goatee, but this is a beard advice of any kind of facial hair. Sure. Even if you just have a mustache, we'll give you some advice. All right, fishing. His name was I'd rather be fishing, I think. So I just went with fishing.
It's been a few months since I sent in for advice. Since then, I've been growing it. My beard feels like it has grown so much in the past few months. I'm trying to decide if I should keep growing or get a professional trim shape up. The pics with the hat are from late March and the others are current. Maybe I'm at terminal length or need to take supplements to help. Any advice would be appreciated.
Okay, so hat is old, no hat is new. All right, and how many months separate did he say here? It's been a few months since I sent in for advice. Okay, so a few months. So, 3 months to be specific here. So he says this is the difference of 3 months at this point. I think your growth was fantastic for 3 months. At this point, you still have that beard, and it's great. I think you could really rock either of these styles. Your color is legendary. You got that nice kind of wrap into the chin. Now the beard's forming its own style. I don't think that you've reached any kind of terminal length. I think it may be slower than what you're looking for or expecting, but it's still growing. Is it time to get a professional trim or shape up? Let's take a look. I don't see anything to trim or shape up on this right side.
No.
Nothing.
The one thing I would add would be, it looks like you were using the round brush or maybe suggesting a round brush technique. If you're concerned about when you're growing, you're going to get uneven. We just talked about that. But if you're concerned about it, you might consider doing a round brush kind of like underneath. In the meantime, we recommend that just to give it a more shaped look. But
yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I think that would not look well on this beard.
You're you're already past the world.
Yeah.
Right. You just left last month, the mayor's town. I am no longer your elected official.
Yeah.
So we'll lean on Dan on this
often
one.
recommend that on gray beards because it gets thinner or wispier. Okay. Just because, again, as always, it's missing that outer layer of protection. I love the front face on this. I love your beard is lined up, my friend. I mean, it is clean. You have great growth, great texture, great color. It is seriously doing awesome, man. I would absolutely. He does kind of look like Pedro. That is a weird call, Clark. That is freaky. He does look like Pedro. But I think you're going. A lot of guys are saying do the blowout and comb up. For once, I don't see it. I think this is really well put together, really well balanced. I don't see where a blowout would improve this beard on the right. I mean, the guys are giving the advice, so consider it, think about it. But I think it's immaculate, man. I really do. I think you're killing it. Maybe terminal length or need to take supplements to help. I recommend supplements regardless. Beard is an indicator of health. If you're taking good care of your body, that includes supplements, that includes vitamins, drinking enough water, all that stuff. Your beard is going to pay off, but I think your growth is fine. That's when you look at it, especially the farther back you go, when you see 3 months there, you're doing well, man. You're doing really, really well. All right. Yeah, absolutely here. Great, man. Thank you, Fishing, for sending in. Oh, and then Daniel M had a question. You always say the mustache is the star, not the beard. Does the lazy walrus make the mustache less prominent? Can it be lazy and still the focus? Great question, Daniel. I say the mustache is the star. Usually when guys are trimming their mustache too low, usually when guys are taking the mustache off, because I think maybe I should rephrase that. The lack of the mustache becomes the star of the show. When a guy's a great beard and it's a really thin mustache, and meaning they're taking it down, they're buzzing it because it bothers them, that's what people notice first. They see that. Is a lazy walrus less prominent than, let's say, a big handlebar or a big mustache? It is. Yes, absolutely. I don't think a ton of people look at my beard and think mustache first. They probably think of it as a whole. So it does. It definitely takes away from the focal point. But I don't know if that's a bad thing. That's a really good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good question, Daniel. Thank you for asking. I guess it just comes down to preference, because when you look at somebody like Spencer from Live Bearded, he has a good medium-sized beard, but his mustache is definitely the focal point. If he did a lazy walrus, it wouldn't be as much. So, yeah, good food for thought there.
All right, this is Corey. Corey says, "This is my first attempt at growing a beard. I'm at month 3 now. I would love to know what you think of it and if there is any advice that you can give. My biggest concern is just getting it styled to how I want it, as I seem to have a lot of flyaways and have trouble straightening it. Is this something that goes away with time as the hairs lengthen? Or should I incorporate more time into heating techniques and or trimming? Also, I noticed the hairs are different colors, but the more I learn, the more I'm coming to appreciate that. Anyway, thanks in advance, and thanks for the terrific content."
Awesome. And Molly brings up a great point. Ladies, where are the other ladies at? We haven't seen any other ladies commenting.
No.
I know we got some watching. Ladies,
Where you
don't
at?
leave Molly hanging. Say hello. This is a family here. We need the ladies to round it out. We need some of that perspective. Okay, Corey, I'll hit you with this one, man. It seems
living
like
in my world.
Yeah.
This
Looks like your beard.
definitely living in the mayor's city.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Welcome. So
Our mayor's city, is that?
this one is, yes.
It is, right? Yeah,
You
the
know,
mayor of
I could
Austin.
I could-
It is, yep.
I could preside around a township if I wanted to,
Ooh.
but I prefer city. Beard town.
Yeah, no, I think
Okay.
that was accurate.
All right. So, anyways, all the things you're asking in your head and your questions are, guys with this beard length are issues. So, the flyaways, I would suggest trying a few different things. A good balm will do it for you, but right now it's really, the humidity has a huge impact on those flyaways. We get our beard straightened. I do the same thing, and it'll fly. It'll just like not feel like I'm done ever. So what I use is I get a spray bottle with some water in it, and do it a little bit more. Make sure your oil's in there before you use your straightener. But it just may not be perfect this time of year, just due to humidity and wherever you are. It's a battle, and there are days where I'm well aware of a lot of techniques and products, and I still just have to like shake it off and be like, all right, this is where we're at. And it does, sometimes it'll lay down as the day goes by. What were the other questions?
Not much, just kind of general advice. He's dealing with styling and flyaways. And we have Leo says, I don't see really a lot of flyaways. I agree with him.
Mm-hmm.
I would dare say I don't see a single flyaway. And I think that's a perception thing. Guys get into beards and they are used to, think about this, right? They're used to combing their head hair over, and the hair just kind of goes over and stays.
Mm-hmm.
Beards give a little texture. They give a little ziggy-zagginess around the outside. It'll teach you patience. It'll teach you to like relax a bit on those expectations. Corey, I don't think you have flyaways at all. I would say that there's no such thing as a flyaway there.
What you're calling a flyaway, we see, especially on the picture on the left, as the body of the beard.
Yeah. That's a part of your shape. Yeah. And yeah, great comment, Leo. Is this something that goes away with time and length? Yeah, of course. Yep. You go through different aspects. Or should I include heat into the techniques? And I think you kind of commented on that. Do you think he needs any kind of trim?
Not at all.
No, me either.
No, I think you're doing great.
Yep. I agree with the mayor. I think a heated brush would change the game for you, especially with your mustache. Now, would you recommend a lip trim on the mustache, or will heat take care of that for this kind of style of beard that you guys rock?
In the beginning I would have, but right now I'd say if you have it in you, give it a try. Let that mustache thicken up as far as you can, and see if you can get used to it, because it really adds a lot of pop, a little to the overall beard.
Yeah. And the flyaway today is a part of a perfect beard tomorrow. Rath, welcome on in. First time you made it to a stream. Awesome. it is cool that when I get people that comment on a regular basis and then they come in the streams and they're like, first time in a stream. I'm like, yeah, you're funny. I see you all the time. They're like, no, really, this is my first time in a stream. And I'm like, oh, well, welcome, Wrath, because I see you comment all the time. All right. Beard Nation.
Beard Nation. Please don't mind the frizziness. It is muggy as heck, and I've been outside for a while. I think my beard is doing fine. I'm 8 months deep into growing my beard and pretty happy with it. My issue is the mustache. I have a crazy wave hat, not hat, that I can't seem to get rid of. I hate using balm, and it doesn't seem to help much. I use a heated brush, and that only helps temporarily. Should I trim it? What do you think?
Okay. All right. 8 months.
And I think just pay attention to the first sentence about the weather.
Okay. Don't mind the frizz. Okay. Okay. So, all right. 8 months, happy with it. My issue is my mustache. Okay. I remember this one. Okay. Got it. All right. So essentially, he's just saying that I have a crazy wave. So he's saying he has a wave in his mustache, right? All right. So we're looking here. He's talking about this. Beard Nation, to begin with, I have the exact same wave. I have the same texture on my mustache here. Combo answer. Yep. And welcome from India. I am the same way. My mustache sides grow differently, and it looks like yours is the same, my friend. I really, really think you're going to have a combo of trimming along the way, but also we need to get the heated brush on there. You said it's a temporary thing. It's going to be a temporary thing forever, but it should at least last you most of the day. My mustache is real thick, real wiry and crazy feeling. I think that will help you out by doing that lazy walrus video. The beauty of a lazy walrus is it straightens everything up. I literally have that same wave. My beard does that exact same thing. It has a lighter color, does the same thing in the middle here, unless I train it out to the outside. And I can see on this side too, dude, we have the same texture, the same type of mustache. Lazy walrus. I cannot recommend that video to you enough. When my beard starts to curl down and over, that is when I trim it. I do have several mustache trim videos, so I am going to recommend a combo to you that I said from the beginning. You're going to trim along the way. It's just going to be a regular thing every month, every other month. And you're going to rock a lazy walrus. Lazy walrus here. And Zeb, great question. Which brand of heated brush do you recommend? I've tried every heated brush ever made in the history of mankind. That's not true, but I would like to think so. The best one for my beard of all time, and I have a lot of them that I enjoy, but the best one for my beard, my mustache, my sideburns would be the Aberlite Pro. Hands down the best one. I love the Kushel bar, but the Aberlite Pro is just made for my beard.
All right, I think I'm finally recovered from my sour nerd. I think I'm done with those as well.
Yeah, I'll be eating them tomorrow, that's for sure.
So the only thing I want to add to this is your frustration with your straightener it's not lasting long. The mugginess, the humidity, all that is going to make it last even less time. So what is frustrating now might not be so bad in the fall or winter.
Great point. Awesome. Thank you, Mr. BN.
I'm not over it. This is Chris. I wanted to give you an update on how things are going. I have been using the blow dryer 3 days a week and the heated brush 2 to 3 times a week. I also did a trim of about 2 inches. I'm happier with how it looks, and I'm looking forward to seeing what the next few months bring. Also, I was wondering what your thoughts would be on using an unscented oil and some of the peppermint extract. Would that work well? And if so, what kind of ratio would you suggest?
All right. And Chris, I think you asked that question earlier in the stream, so hopefully I covered it. To recap, I think it would work, but not as well as a generationally proved, time-tested castor oil or a rice bran oil. But it would be better than nothing, and I would recommend the same exact ratio that I talked about in my video. The peppermint does not change based on any kind of carriers. The amount of peppermint you are safely able to use is the same, no matter if it's ostrich oil or rice bran oil or castor oil. That percent remains the same. All right, so let's take a look here at the beard again, okay? I did a trim. He just wants to give us an update and see how everything looks. Oh, yeah, super cool update here. So if you remember Chris on the left there, he had the wicked little beard dip, beard wave, had a lot of transparency around the outside as it went through. He did a transparency trim, and then boom, look at that right there. First thoughts, much more full. Looks great with the density. Still left some texture, which I think fits him. I think it fits his hair, fits his style. I would not want to see yours really stick straight or really kind of like that female head hair. I love the adjustments you've made. I think my advice from this point would be to just keep playing with the techniques.
Right.
Try new things. When it's a weekend and you're not going anywhere, experiment by going across your face. Go the other way. Go up. Go around. Really just dial in those. You are already soaring through the levels of experience. Just keep going. Keep learning your beard because you're figuring it out. I can tell, man. It looks awesome.
It's another addition by subtraction for sure.
Man, that's been the theme of this show.
Yeah.
Addition by subtraction. It is awesome.
The mustache looks like it grew like a month or two.
Right.
Just a little bit of time.
And thickness there. And hello, everybody. Hello, Matthew. Hope your family's doing well. 4 Beards, what's going on? Helping me sleep at night. Hello. Chris, once again, man, thank you for sending in. Super, super cool. Again, addition by subtraction. I'm gonna have to write that down if you know what I mean. Anything else you see? What do you think about the hairstyle and the hat for this beard?
Well, I love the full head of hair. You typically, when you getting to your length and beards, you don't see the head hair featured as much. And I think I love it's a great style. I think
full head at that age. Yeah.
I don't think you're a guy that's going to straighten much more than it is, but it wouldn't hurt to just, I'd love to see what the color looked like if you did do a higher heat straighten, because sometimes you can get like those. I think it's really cool looking to see how like we transition and the salt and the pepper and kind of all mix, and you kind of get a really good contrast sometimes if you do hit that heat a little higher. But that's not I don't think ultimately, unless it looks like amazing, that's your style so much.
Absolutely. And I want to show again, addition by subtraction. All right, let's see what slide we're on here. All right, so we can just see it there. So we have Rich L. I just wanted to get his name. Addition by subtraction. I'm going to reach out to you guys. Rich L, Dan B, and then we also have, who do we have here? Chris F. And Chris F, I might be featuring you guys in a video if you don't mind. I think that would be really, really cool. These have been some of the best examples that we've seen. Yep, some of the best examples that we've seen. Would it be better for beard patchiness, full spectrum CBD oil or castor oil? Steven, there's no claims of CBD oil helping beard growth at all. I've never even heard anybody say they've experienced that. So I would say without a doubt, castor oil in that regard. CBD oil is going to help with the anti-inflammation. It's going to get the nutrients to where they need to go. That usually is going to help out the health and the growth rate of the existing hairs. It's not going to be like popping new hairs through the surface. So awesome. Okay, here we go. Chris F., thank you.
All right, this is Edward Y. My goal is to grow it as long as I can. I'm just looking for some general advice on trimming and shaping. Also, any tips to make the handlebar mustache better because I like it, but hate how it is uneven. I don't personally like how puffy the sides are and kind of want to tighten them up. Not like a scuba trim, just less puffy.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I won't be able to watch this live due to a family activity, but looking forward to watching later.
Thank you. All right. And hopefully you have a great family activity. I know I wrote you back and said I hope you join us, but totally understandable. And Chris, you are welcome. You are welcome here. Okay. So general advice, right? And then wants to know about the handlebar mustache. He loves it, but hates how uneven it is. And trimming, shaping, any of that. I'll begin, Edward, here. First off, and I'm going to acknowledge some things that I do see, right? I do see the puffiness that you're talking about, where it does go out a little bit longer. And a couple of things here. On the handlebar mustache, I don't usually take a stand like this. I don't think the handlebar mustache fits your beard. I like this mustache much more. I would love for you to get a little bit of heat. I know I say it all the time, and of course I'm biased, I'm partial, but I would love to see you push that lazy walrus out to the side. I just don't see this handlebar fitting with the style of your beard, the style that you're rocking right now. That would be my advice. If you wanted to go a handlebar, I would challenge you to say you need to go bald and bearded. A handlebar is a big, huge statement power move. And I love the beard in this situation. Kind of going back to Daniel M's comment earlier is the star of the show. I would like your beard to be more so the star. We got a lot of guys agreeing here. Lazy Walrus looks killer. No handlebar, not working. Lazy Walrus for sure. And again, I don't say that unless I'm really confident, really sure on my advice. I think you'd pull off the Lazy Walrus a little bit more. And then I'll hit the sides here and then kick it to you, Mayor.
All right.
For the sides, I do think we need a little bit of hey, thank you, Josh. Appreciate that. I do think we need a little bit of combo advice again. I do want to do a little cleanup on the sides here, which is going to help out with the puffiness because some of your puffiness is because the sides are long and curling back on each other. So what we're going to do is go a straight line right down here. You're just cleaning up the ears a little bit. I do have some videos on that. And then I want to get some heat on this. Just dial in that heat routine because I have the same kind of sideburns. And if I'm able to tame it, I know you can too. So you're going to use a combo of trimming and a combo of using a heated brush. I do have the video recently that shows how I use a blow dryer and a heated brush. I would challenge you to do that exact routine because I think that routine would work on your mustache. I think it would work on your sideburns and it would work on your beard. I truly think that would be perfect for you.
And I just want to, I think I am fully recovered from my nerd event.
I don't believe it.
Maybe not. But I would say just to kind of agree with you on everything you're sharing and to give you the tip that if you do, you would never, it looks like you work outside, you got a hot, it's just summer. This is walking in, seeing her beard, from, with humidity and all that. Make sure if you ever do attempt to trim, it's not right after work or whatever, because you're going to have if you work inside the mask dents, you're going to have all those things. So be strategic, do it on a day off, do it on a day where you can relax and enjoy. We're talking about if you're going to try it yourself, I guess. Otherwise, you just, kind of find the time you can go in. But sometimes we get into this habit of getting really frustrated and then we just want to go and fix it. And that's how the process, that cycle of adjustment leads to people even losing their beard sometimes.
Yep. And Clark, I agree. Clark says the wax would never hold anyway. Agreed entirely. That's just going to compound the problem and not be enjoyable for you. So one more time, Edward, we want to go a Lazy Walrus. We want to trim the sideburns just a little bit, just a little straight line because it is curling back. You don't want those hairs curling into your ear. That's not going to help. It's not going to add to any density or volume over here. I would go down and then really check out my video. I forget the exact title of it, but I show in the picture a blow dryer and I show me using a heated brush. I would check that video out. And I would, my friend, even regardless of any other things here, I would challenge you to a bald and bearded. I think it's time. I think you would pull it off really, really well. At least a buzz cut first, and then you can get into the shaving and going down even farther. But I think you have wild amount of potential to have one of those quick 1 week turnarounds where you come back to us next week and I show it off on that first slide because we're so pumped to lead the show off with it. I think you could absolutely kill it.
Yeah. Thank you very much for sending in.
Yep, absolutely. And hello, everybody. Hello, Mick. All right. That's all, folks.
I'm deep.
Yeah, some awesome ones. I told you guys in the pre-show, if you were over there hanging out, we had some pretty cool beards going on tonight. And again, if you guys want to join us, beardadvicelive@gmail.com. That's where you're going to send your pictures. Now, next week is the first start of our summer, and it's going to be kind of on almost a 50-50 basis where we will be remote or we'll be in the studio. And next week's going to be the first week we're remote. There may be some learning pains there and growing pains to figure it out, but we will do our best to make it as high quality of a show as possible. But I will be outside of the studio, so just understand that.
Yeah.
But luckily, the majority of the show, we're very small.
Right.
And there'll be two of us.
Right.
Which will be cool. Hey, Rich, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Rich was, I believe, who we featured earlier. So awesome, Rich.
Thank you.
Count on an email from me. I'm hoping to be able to use your pictures in a video, and I think that would be really, really cool. Here's a question if you want to take that.
Question is, why do some barbers like to trim a little gap between the nose and the top of the mustache? I'm not a fan of that personally, for me anyways.
I don't know. I'm not a fan of it either. I know some like to do that little V, and it if you're styling your mustache, if you're going with a handlebar type mustache, it gives it that clear definition. I know Brian from Banjos, he likes to do that little trim there. I agree with you. I'm not a fan of that little trim, but
and some guys just are trying to pull their nose hair out with the wax thing, and they just happen to get that little dip on accident.
Yeah. Hey, thank you, Josh. Yeah, you're not alone, though. I hope you know that. Other guys have done that. Sam does. She's probably going to kill me for this, but she does like the mustache wax, and she twice now in a row has ripped her skin off.
Wow.
So it looks like she has terrible sores, but it's because she does it and then she goes back in again and her skin is too soft or from the first one. And I'm like, stop it. So it's just kind of funny. She's been complaining about that. And I was like, Steve can relate.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
I can.
So guys, just again, stay tuned on Wednesday of next week. It'll be our first remote show, but we're going to still this summer have plenty of studio shows and keep everything coming. But send in those pictures. Daniel, thank you. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, everybody, for out there. Anything last bit, Mayor?
Hey, thanks for all of you. If you joined us on Facebook, that was awesome. Check out Command's Corner, the group on Facebook. That's always going on. And every day we have a new question, a new topic. Join us. Next week will be, I think, our giveaways from Whiskey and Hardtack from the group.
All right.
So should be a great show.
Good. Yeah, we'll have to get together on that to make sure we're prepared. Lance, I don't know. He said, what kind of fool would put wax up their nose?
This fool.
Jamie, good question here. Is it better to check for split ends before the shower products? Do products hide or conceal the split ends more? Yes. Check split ends before the shower, because then when you go into the shower and you wash, you condition, and especially after oil and butter, that's going to help seal in the end of the hair, that newly trimmed hair. Always check the split ends when you can before the shower. That's actually when I do it. I have a white wall in my bathroom, or some kind of off-white something, and that's where I put my hand on my beard. I hold it up. I search for them, give my little splits, and then we keep it moving there. So, yes. Will you have jerky and Mountain Dew next week? You know this, Daniel. Yes, of course we will have jerky and Mountain Dew. Even when we did our summer shows, we still always had jerky. We would even have to go to each other's house and drop off jerky, so the other person had it to go for the show.
Still like pandemic land too, yeah.
Oh yeah. So we will have. You know that. When I went for my first trim, the barber took the sides right down and said the first one should always go right down. True or false? False. There's nothing wrong with that strategy if you're being purposeful about it, but no. You do not have to go all the way down for the trim there. That's one thing that's a bummer is barbers are not always the experts on beards.
Well, they don't have, until you have one and,
or even have one and know how to properly take care of it. It is a bummer because people assume your job is cutting hair. They must know how to take care of beards. It's just not true, because what's intuitive on head hair is not always intuitive on a beard. So I'm sure it looks great, though, JP. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. If you're not happy with it, send it back in, man. Send us a picture and we'll get to go there. Hey, Burton's, glad to see you guys on there. If you guys do not know, Burton's Beard Oil has a collab with the Bearded Coast this month as the BAC. They have a charity which is called Trail Therapy. It's pretty awesome, and they brought back my favorite scent from Burton's, and that's the Pacific scent. Wonderful stuff. Check that one out, guys, from the Bearded Coast. Great products and a great cause. He says he took me back a couple of months. How many times have we heard that? Mm-hmm. That's the story.
That's subtraction by subtraction.
And they do. Some barbers measure their stay, their term by how much what do they call it? Clippings on the floor, how much hair is falling. There's some term that they use. So invest in yourself. That's my advice. There. All right, guys, great questions, but we got to wrap it up. We both have big days at school tomorrow. The mayor's got to take a bunch of heathens to the beach, and I've got to corral them out on the football field in my classroom because we have team day, field day. We need all the luck tomorrow. At 1:16, the students go home, and we still got some stuff to do at school, but without the students, they're crazy.
Yeah,
at this time of year.
But there was a part of time this year we didn't even know if they'd ever be in the building, so that was good. Mm-hmm. It's been, somewhat normal.
Correct. This last couple weeks have been very normal.
Yes.
Yep, very normal. All right, guys, officially, we are out of here. Thank you for everybody being in here. We will see you on